Beginning with Batman, Burton's artistic process underwent an important shift. Whereas previously he would painstakingly sketch and storyboard his films to discover the emotions he wanted to capture, from this period on, pre-production artwork would largely be generated by a trusted team of collaborators who tasked themselves with grasping Burton's vision and realizing it for him. MoMA curatorial assistant Jenny He comments on this development.
Beyond Burbank is from Pee-wee's Big Adventure through Alice in Wonderland. And of course, in this section, we brought in the work of his collaborators, production designers, costume designers, concept artists. So that's why you'll see drawings of designs by Colleen Atwood. You'll see drawings by concept artists who were contracted to work on films such as Planet of the Apes, Corpse Bride, and you also see puppets, which were created by McKinnon and Saunders, so those are the Corpse Bride puppets. Of course, as a filmmaker, Tim needs an entire crew to create his vision. So we wanted to kind of bring that into the exhibition as well to demonstrate how his collaborators translate his vision to the screen. Tim really draws to communicate. So if he wanted to tell his production designer, this is what I want the helmets to look like, instead of explaining it, Tim will just draw it and instantly, you'll know exactly what he wants. Tim also draws because he's interested in his subjects. For example, in the Pee-wee section, the two drawings that we've chosen to exhibit are from the only stop-motion animated sequences in the films. Stop-motion animation has been a huge influence on Tim. It's a personal preference for Tim, dating back to his childhood days. His first professional film, which is the short Vincent from 1982, was a stop-motion animated short. And later on in 1993, Tim created The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is a feature-length stop-motion animated film. And he's continued to use this technique throughout his entire career. In 1996, Mars Attacks, he wanted the animation of the Martians to be stop-motion animation. And you'll see an example of an early test in the Mars Attacks section. However, stop-motion proved to be too costly, so they went the CGI route. However, Tim specified that the movement of the Martians had to be articulated so as to resemble stop-motion animation. And of course, in 2005, Tim made another feature film using stop-motion, Corpse Bride. And now he is in the middle of producing and directing Frankenweenie, which is a feature-length stop-motion animated film based on his 1984 short. This new feature is actually based on the drawings that you see in the exhibition. And Tim had always wanted to make Frankenweenie as a stop-motion animated feature. However, in 1984, he didn't have the budget to do so. So in a way, with this new film, he's going back to his roots that had really always been there. He's been highly influenced by animators, visual effects artists such as Ray Harryhausen, Jim Danforth. He's taken these influences that he developed at a very early age, and he's brought it into his professional filmmaking career. And he, I would say, almost single-handedly revived stop-motion animation. So now it's being used everywhere. Certainly The Fantastic Mr. Fox was stop-motion animated. And in 1993, that was actually really groundbreaking because Toy Story, the first computer-animated feature-length film, was created in 1995, directed by John Lasseter, who was a classmate of Tim's at Cal Arts. So while John Lasseter was going to infinity and beyond with Toy Story, Tim went back to the roots of animation and revived this very, very old technique of stop-motion animation.